Hey there guys, this is Goobkill, and today I'm going to be bringing you a league match for the February season. Now I tried to qualify to get out of bronze in the last season, but I waited until the very last day, and I had a string of extremely bad matches. Bad play on my part, bad play on my team's part, and I got frustrated and just quit. I was 3 wins away from getting into silver, so I'm starting all over again for February, and hopefully my play will improve. Now, I'm kind of an average player, maybe below average. I just haven't had as many games played as I want to. And I feel most comfortable in the mid lane. That's just where I've played most of my games at, and that's where I've achieved most of my success at. Now here, there's going to be, I had a lot of misplays. The use of my 3, my slow, and debuff is not on point with Isis as much as I want it to be, and I had a couple of ultimates that I used like a retard, and you'll see them whenever they come up. Now originally I liked to play Agni, but Agni was banned second ban after Zeus, and then I usually go to Ao Kuang, but the enemy team grabbed Ao Kuang, so Isis is my backup for that. Now here, what I tried to do was, my normal start is Vamp Shroud, rank 1 in Bancroft's Town, and a couple of pots. Generally, I don't finish Bancroft's until after I finish Boots, or I'll go straight into Void Zone and finish Bancroft's later. Now, because I was having such a string of bad luck here, I try to play as passive as possible. You'll notice that I wait until Ao Kuang uses his tornadoes before I start to push the wave, and I'll creep into the front of the tornado and just push back. Now, I got to thinking that might be a bad idea, just considering that Thor is around and I'm not sure where he's at. But I also don't want to get pushed back into my tower too hard, because I still want to maintain the farm against the Ao Kuang. Now here, mid camps will be coming up here in about 10 seconds, and I think that I signal to Fenrir that I'm wanting to get him. I don't want to fight Ao Kuang for them, because at level 4 and 5, those tornadoes really hurt, and I just, like I said, I don't want to get shoved out of my lane. Okay, Fenrir's in speed buff right now. This is where I keep checking on things. If you notice, I keep looking into the side lanes to watch out for Thor, because I know that the mid camps are up. Ao Kuang's gone here, so I'm assuming that he went to the mid camps, and he's coming out of the side there, so I'm pretty sure that they're already gone. I tried to sneak next to the wall there so I could get close enough to get experience, but he hadn't had him down yet, so I just went around to see if I could help him. Here, I didn't expect the mid camps to be up, like I said, and I think, yeah, they were already down. So just go back to the lane and continue farming. Left lane's getting pushed back pretty hard right now, but looked like Apollo tower dove and paid for it with his life. Now, hopefully through the course of this video series, you guys will, like I said, help point out my mistakes. Now, if you're going to criticize me, don't just say, oh, lol, you suck, noob, or something like that. Legitimately try and help me out, because I really do want to become a better player, and I'm going to try and do more roles than mid. But starting out, I think mid is probably what you're going to see a lot of. I'm going to try and do this video series maybe at least once a week, if not more. It's really not a complicated editing process, so, I mean, I should be able to theoretically pump these out even with a little bit of time. But if there's anything I can do, obviously, just let me know. But that's the thing about mid lane right now for me, is that I generally focus on my farm. I'm getting better at my rotations, trying to make sure that my map awareness is on point. That was one of my biggest weaknesses, was my rotations. I would just sit in mid lane and just farm while Ao Kuang's gone, or whoever my opponent is, and they're just raping the side lanes, and I would generally cause a loss doing that. So that's one of the things that in this game I really try to avoid, is just sitting in mid lane not doing anything. And I don't want to put too much pressure on my jungler here. Now see, I see Thor in combat with Fenrir right here. I see that he might be getting out, so I toss a stun just in case he kept running. Ao Kuang followed me in. I throw my ultimate down here, try and save Fenrir, but it wasn't enough. I missed the slow completely. I think I might have body blocked Fenrir there. I don't know. I have a feeling that he was dead either way. Here I see that I try to back out of the engagement. I see that Ao Kuang's getting low, So we follow him in. Cupid dashes forward. I throw my stun out just in case he could get away, and Cupid ended up finishing off the kill. So now I go back to the mid lane and start farming. At this point, once I finish the wave, I think I go back. At least that's what I would do, or I try and clear mid. Yeah, I go back here.
Okay.
Now at this point, I've got quite a bit of gold. I should be able to finish off my boots completely. In the mid lane, I generally tend to get CDR boots, just because I want to be able to clear the lanes faster and be able to rotate better if at all possible. On Agni, which is obviously my go-to god, my favorite god, I generally get pen boots, but the pros seem to think, or at least the builds that I've been seeing, are using CDR boots as well.
Okay.
So I don't know, I might have to look into that a little bit more. I'm not sure 100% why. I mean, I understand why they're using it, but I usually still go with pen boots on Agni. Here I use my stun to clear the front and just finish off the wave. That's the thing about Bancroft's Talons, is it gives you so much more power early on
my way.
that you can push the waves fairly quick. Here I rotate over in the left lane. It looks like they've got it off, so I'm going to scare Ao Kuang a little bit, try and keep him from going. He's heading back, so I'm going to head back too.
You move like a jaguar. Your left tower is under attack.
Now right here, my team is pretty much dominating everything. I haven't really done a whole lot. I've tried to show as much presence as I can to kind of help out. And I'm thinking that's basically keeping the Ao Kuang at bay, which at this point is my goal. I'm going to ward up here. I want a lot of vision to avoid the ganks. I see Thor there, so I back off. Just head back to the mid lane. Ao Kuang hits me with a slow there, but he doesn't really follow it up with anything. So I don't really care. I go up, farm. Now that might have been a mistake there. I don't really know. I knew that Thor was heading into the left lane, and I was pretty sure that the mid camps weren't there. So I was thinking maybe he just kept going to left lane, but I did kind of set myself out and expose myself to anything that he wanted to do. If he wanted to teleport through the wall, ult up, whatever, I was kind of exposed with him and Ao Kuang there. So looking back at that, that was probably a mistake there. See Fenrir going into the left camps. He heads down, so I go ahead and pick up the camps myself. I think Ao Kuang, yeah. Ao Kuang steals him here with a squall, which kind of sucked, but eh. I see the Thor in the engagement there. Try to get stun off. Ao Kuang hits. No, he misses his ult there. I get stuck in the tornado. Now, Thor is way up there and should get out of here, but something interesting happens that I wasn't expecting, and you'll see that here in just a second.
Ultimate is ready.
Fenrir chases the Thor down, jumps, gets the kill on Thor. I would have expected Thor to have been long gone by that point. Ao Kuang runs in, I go in just to run interference just in case. Fenrir gets out, I get out. We go to right camps at this point. Again, at this point, I think that we are way up in farm. The team is rolling. I'm getting ahead. Ao Kuang's just not able to do anything. Our Fenrir is pretty much shut down the Thor. Left lane is still not pushing up as much as they could be. They're playing it safe and they're getting a lot of kills over there. Our Cupid is absolutely decimating, and Hades, while not a pick that I would have made, he ends up doing extremely well this game. And Cupid's doing a good job defending in the left lane right now. Our Chalk, I haven't even talked about our solo lane, but Chalk is absolutely shitting all over that Guan Yu, and that might be a testament to our Chalk player. That might be a testament to just how good Chalk is. Because I know that Guan Yu was a legendary rank 10. I mean, he had so many masters. Like he had a lot of, well, I guess achievements that a player could have. So it's one of those guys that you get in lane with, and you're like, oh man, I'm fucked. But Chalk handles him just fine. Pushes the lane. Thor comes in to try and help out. I don't think it goes too well for Thor here though. Chalk's staying up there. He knows that Ao Kuang's mid. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I see them both. I can get out if I want to. I'm Chalk, bitch. Ao Kuang goes in. I thought he might go to right lane, so I kind of hover there just to make sure I've got vision on him. If he was going to go, I was going to follow. This is where I use the ultimate, and this is just stupid. I place it poorly, number one. And number two, I knew I wasn't going to get the kill on him anyway, so now I just completely blew my ultimate for no reason at all. Maybe a tenth of his health and damage. Thor's here, he gets the cam, so I wing gust just to kind of push him away. I know he's coming left, I should have called it there for that Fenrir.
Enemy missing middle.
But I waited.
Okay.
Enemies incoming left.
Yeah, I waited way too long for that call out. Fortunately, it didn't cause any problems, but that could have been bad. So things like that.
Retreat.
Things like that are things that I need to work on, that I know, and there may be things that I'm missing as well. Come over here, try and get the right camps. Finish those off real quick.
Be right back.
I think here I'm going to head home. I think since I'm up right now, and Ao Kuang's not giving me any problems, I just went ahead and finished off Bancrofts and then go into the Void Stone. Yeah, that's the call that I made there.
An enemy has been slain.
I wanted to go ahead and just finish off Bancrofts to keep the pressure on. Now, a lot of times guys will say go ahead and just get defensive items whenever you're up so that they can't get ahead. And while that's also a good strategy, I tend to play more aggressive the more fed that I get without defense. I'd rather just be a damage powerhouse. I have more fun that way.
On my way.
Alright, looks like the party's heading left, so I follow Chalk into the jungle here. I don't think anything happens out of this.
Enemy missing right.
I think that we show enough presence to scare him off. I try and run after the Bacchus, maybe make something happen here. I don't think... Yeah, he avoided that. Wing gust, he just jumps out, and I just disengage there. I'm like, there's no point in wasting time there. Ao Kuang's gonna push the middle lane, so I gotta get back to my tower. I see Thor there, and I see Ao Kuang run through, so I try and give a little help here to the Chalk, who's getting pinched in. Throw my wing gust. Chalk's taking some damage. I get that on Bacchus, but he's running away. Ao Kuang tucks tail and runs.
On my way.
Nothing going on there. Ao Kuang came behind me, but I'm not really worried about him at this point. Come over here, help Fenrir finish off the mid-camp Harpies, and then I head back to lane.
Enemy missing right. An ally has been slain.
So at this point, the game it's still relatively even. We are up by 11 kills and a little bit of gold, but it still could be anyone's game. We haven't really given up anything. Here I leashed the Harpy, and I just said fuck it. My tower is getting attacked, so I went back to finish off the minions there that were pushing the tower.
That's too bad. Completed.
At this point, I wait around a little bit, and then I try to go back to finish off that Harpy, and I see that Thor comes in.
Be careful left.
I'm like, I'm not scared of you, Thor. You're level 9. Go ahead and finish off that Harpy. He uses a fist there, but the Harpy leashed off of me,
Be careful
which was an
left.
accident, but that might have been a pro play if I would have been thinking. Ao Kuang comes in and helps him finish it off, so I just let it go. Now, Ao Kuang took the long-ass way around to come back to defend his tower, which might not have been the best idea for him. I didn't really have anything, but then again, he didn't know what might have been waiting for him out in lane.
Retreat left lane.
I come over here. I was going to help Fenrir out with the red buff, but I noticed that he had orange buff on, so I just went ahead and picked up the red buff for myself. Thank you very much. Just to help keep more and more pressure on the Ao Kuang.
Enemy missing middle.
They've got 3 over in the left lane, but they're doing pretty well right now. Ao Kuang's not rotating over, so I'm not going to rotate. Here again is another wasted ult. That's the second time that I've done that, and at this point I realized, hey, I'm being stupid, so I don't do that again. And I probably won't do that again. Here, Ao Kuang's pretty low. I'm looking to get the pick if he makes a mistake. I know Thor was over in the left lane, so I'm not too worried about him here. And at this point, I'm fed enough over the Thor where he doesn't even scare me or bother me at all.
Get back!
Again, just picking up mid harpies. Pick them up every chance I get to, for a couple of reasons. One, at this point, I'm fed enough to where it's not my priority, but I want to deny the Ao Kuang and the Thor those mid harpies just so that they stay under leveled and under farmed.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
They go ahead and take the left tower here. Now this is something that I don't think the Ao Kuang had planned on at all. He pushes up into the corner for some reason here. I get the stun off on him. Fenrir leaps over and just gets the easy pick. Ao Kuang did get his ultimate off, but it wasn't enough to finish out Fenrir. We head over to the right. I see that Guan Yu's over here. I try to get the stun off. I miss. I run back here. Now this, I use my ultimate to zone him out. He dashes forward, but won't come out because of the ultimate. So I get as much damage as I can, hit him with a stun, and try and basic attack him off, but he runs away. So I just give up. I'm like, I'm not going to chase him down. I'm going to go ahead and push this tower. And this is where I don't understand what he was doing, because he was so low health. I go ahead, he pushes up close to me, I hit him with a stun, and then just wing gust him to death. He tries to mount force, but there wasn't anything there for him to do.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy
His tower was gone no matter what. He should have just went back to base in my opinion.
An enemy.
At this point, I decided to head home. Everything's pretty much well taken care of. I ended up finishing off Voidstone, and I think generally my go-to is to go ahead and pick up the Breastplate of Valor, but I get to thinking, well, maybe I want to go ahead and get Polynomicon, but I couldn't finish off Polynomicon or even get rank 2 in it, so I thought, well, let's go ahead and get Breastplate of Valor for just as a safe bet. Plus, the extra CDR never hurts, especially with Isis, who has a very support-oriented ultimate. And I figure, well, if my team's doing so well, I might be able to just help them out rather than try and farm up myself on kills. Because at this point, I'm not worried about the kills that I get. I'm worried about my team just keeping up the pressure and continuing just to feed off the blood of the enemy.
Ultimate is ready.
Here we are heading left lane. Cupid's in a little bit of trouble, so we go in there and try and hold him off. Here comes Guan Yu. Thor ended up actually walling off his own Guan Yu. I missed my stun. Get my ultimate there. Easy kill. Maybe unnecessary, but there were a lot of things going on. I figured the ultimate wouldn't hurt. Stunning Thor there was, I don't want to say it was clutch, but that's one of the things that you want to do with Isis, is you want to make sure that if nothing else, you can stop the enemy and let your team feed off of them. That's one of the reasons why Isis, in my opinion, is so powerful, because she can really control a team fight, and she's really good at chasing and preventing people from moving. And I generally try and use my mids. I like to zone out enemies and force them in places that I want to go.
Good game.
After that tower kill, they ended up surrendering. They decided it wasn't worth it. I think I ended up 3-0 this game, which was one of my better games, at least in recent history. And I was pretty happy with the overall result. Now, if you guys, like I said before, twice I think, go ahead and let me know if there's anything that I can do other than what I've already talked about to improve my game. On Isis or whoever, mid lane, it doesn't matter. That's my goal of this series, is to get better and better and better. And hopefully I'll end up becoming a decent Smite player. So until next time, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Just like I said, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the series, anything. All your guys' support's appreciated. Until next time, guys. Later.